In many farming areas located along the edge of forests, the first sign that wild boars have appeared is often not the sight of the animals themselves. What draws the farmer's attention instead is the condition of the ground. Long strips of soil are torn and overturned, young plants are ripped out from the soft earth, and sometimes an entire field that was just seeded suddenly becomes rough and scarred after only a single night. In situations like this, simply trying to drive the animals away rarely brings lasting results. Wild boars are animals with excellent memory and a remarkable ability to adapt. Once they become familiar with a place that provides abundant food, they begin to establish regular travel routes between the forest and nearby fields. For this reason, many wildlife management teams often have to apply more carefully planned control measures. The first stage of this process is usually monitoring and observation. Infrared cameras are installed in places where fresh tracks appear frequently or where the ground has been most heavily disturbed. After several nights of continuous recording, the footage begins to reveal the structure of the group. Typically, a group of wild boars may consist of anywhere from a few animals to several dozen individuals, with mature adults moving at the front and many younger ones following behind. Understanding the size of the group plays a crucial role when choosing a trapping strategy. If only one or two animals are captured, the rest of the group may become wary and avoid the area for a long time. Because of this, many modern management strategies aim to capture most of the group during a single intervention. Once a suitable location has been identified, a trapping enclosure is built along the edge of the route the group frequently travels. The trap frame is usually secured firmly with steel posts, forming a closed circle wide enough to hold several animals at the same time. Inside this enclosure, food that wild boars are familiar with is placed, such as corn or fermented grains. During the first few days, the trap gate is usually left open. The purpose of this step is to allow the group of wild boars to gradually become accustomed to the new structure appearing in their environment. At night, the camera system continues to record as individual animals enter the area to search for food. At first they are usually very cautious, with only a few stepping inside while the others remain outside watching. After a few nights, when the group begins to move into the trap area more naturally, the moment for the next stage is chosen. The operators often monitor the situation live through the cameras to make sure that most of the group has entered before the trap mechanism is activated. That moment usually happens very quickly. Once the gate closes, the entire group is contained inside the reinforced enclosure. The trap structure is designed to withstand strong impacts, because adult wild boars can be extremely powerful and may react violently when confined. By the following morning, the control team returns to inspect the trap. As the first sunlight rises over the edge of the field, the entire trap structure and the surrounding marks become clearly visible. The wild boars inside are now calmer than they were at the beginning, standing in small groups across the ground. After that, the next steps are carried out according to local regulations. These may include inspection, transportation, or population management under wildlife control plans. In many cases, the goal is not only to deal with the immediate damage but also to reduce the pressure that wild boar populations place on agricultural ecosystems. In many parts of the world, the rapid increase of wild boar populations has become a major challenge for farmers and environmental managers. They reproduce quickly, adapt well to many different environments, and are most active at night. For that reason, carefully designed trapping systems are becoming an important tool that allows people to manage the situation more proactively. When implemented properly, these systems not only help protect crops but also contribute to maintaining a balance between agricultural activity and the surrounding wild world.
In many rural areas, the damage caused by wild boars often does not appear loudly at the beginning. At first, it may only be a few patches of soil that have been torn up overnight. A few rows of crops may be uprooted, or large footprints may appear deep in the soft soil near the edge of the forest. These signs are sometimes dismissed as a random visit from wildlife. But when the traces appear again over several consecutive nights, farmers begin to realize that this is no longer a coincidence. The problem begins to become serious when the number of wild boars increases. A large group can dig up hundreds of square meters of land in just one night. Corn, potatoes, or soybean fields are often the first targets. They not only eat the crops but also turn over the soil to search for roots and insects. This means the damage is not limited to crop yield alone, but also harms the soil structure and irrigation systems. For many years, wildlife managers have recognized that controlling individual animals rarely produces long-term results. Wild boars reproduce quickly and can rapidly replace the numbers that are lost. Therefore, the most effective strategy is to target the entire group at the same time. That is why large net trapping systems have begun to be widely used in many agricultural areas. A net trap system is usually designed to cover an area large enough for the entire group. Before installation, managers will survey the terrain and identify the common travel routes of the wild boars. Footprints, disturbed soil, and images from infrared cameras are important sources of data that help determine the most suitable location. Once the location is selected, a strong frame of posts is set up around the trapping area. A reinforced net is suspended above and connected to a trigger system. Inside the area, bait is placed to attract the boars to return over several consecutive nights. During the early stage, the trap is usually not activated immediately. The goal is to allow the group to gradually become familiar with the area and feel safe entering the space. The critical moment often occurs at night when the entire group has entered the trapping area. Through signals from the cameras, the system can be activated remotely. Immediately, the large net drops down and covers the entire area. The design of the trap helps keep the boars inside without causing excessive panic. As a result, many individuals can be controlled at the same time. The greatest advantage of this method is the ability to deal with the entire group in a single event. If only a few individuals are captured, the remaining animals usually become more cautious and avoid that area in the future. But when the whole group is contained at once, the cycle of destruction in that location can be significantly reduced. After the trap is activated, the management team quickly moves to the site to handle the situation according to local wildlife management regulations. All steps are carried out carefully to ensure safety for people, livestock, and the surrounding environment. In many wildlife management programs, the use of data and technology has significantly improved the effectiveness of wild boar control. Infrared cameras, sensors, and remote activation systems allow managers to monitor the activity of the group without directly interfering with their habitat. Thanks to this approach, many agricultural areas have significantly reduced crop damage after only a short period of time. More importantly, this strategy is not based on immediate reaction, but on understanding animal behavior and applying well-planned management solutions.
Yeah.
For many rural communities, controlling wild boars is not only about protecting crops. It is also a way to maintain balance between human activities and the surrounding ecosystem. When solutions are implemented properly, farms can return to their familiar peaceful rhythm of life. If you are interested in stories about wildlife management and rural life, leave a comment and follow the channel to explore more interesting content in upcoming videos. A quiet afternoon in a suburban neighborhood in the United States is suddenly shattered in seconds. Inside a small hair salon, screams erupt as customers panic and run, mirrors shatter, and chairs are knocked over. Right in the middle of the room stands a fully grown wild boar weighing hundreds of pounds, completely out of control. This is not staged footage, but one of many real incidents as wild hogs move deeper into residential areas. Wild boars are very different from domestic pigs. A full-grown animal can exceed 100 kilograms, move quickly, react aggressively, and carry sharp tusks that can cause serious injury. When cornered, they become extremely dangerous. Beyond direct risk, they destroy crops, cause traffic accidents, and carry diseases. Even more concerning, their high reproduction rate allows a small group to quickly expand into a large sounder if left unmanaged. In the early stages, box traps were widely used as a primary solution for wild hog control. These small steel cages with automatic drop doors allowed operators to capture individual animals when they entered for bait, making them easy to deploy across different areas. However, as populations grew rapidly, this method began to show limitations. Capturing hogs one by one does not reduce overall pressure and often makes the remaining animals more alert, changing behavior and continuing to multiply. For that reason, box traps are now mainly used as a supporting tool, especially in residential areas or locations with limited space. They remain effective for handling single animals or those separated from the group, but cannot fully resolve the issue once a stable sounder has formed. This has led experts to shift towards sounder-based management using modern corral trap systems, designed to guide and contain the entire group in one operation. In many regions, modern trapping systems combined with remote camera monitoring are showing clear results. These systems allow operators to track hog activity in real time and only trigger the trap once the entire sounder is inside. This approach reduces risk to people, minimizes chaos, and prevents chain reactions that could scatter the animals into surrounding areas. The core of these systems lies in both design and operation. Traps are often left open during the early phase to avoid raising suspicion. Once the hogs become accustomed to feeding inside, the system is activated remotely when the entire group has entered. Continuous camera monitoring ensures every step is executed precisely while keeping surrounding areas as safe as possible. However, the most important factor is not the technology, but the approach. Wild hog control is not about confrontation, but about protecting people, property, and ecological balance. When a species grows beyond control and begins directly impacting communities, doing nothing can lead to far more serious consequences. This issue is no longer limited to remote farms. It has spread into neighborhoods, backyards, playgrounds, and even near schools. Once wild hogs begin to treat these areas as reliable food sources, simply driving them away becomes a temporary fix. They will return, adjust timing, or move to nearby streets, but they do not disappear. In this context, heavy-duty circular steel traps have become the most effective solution in residential settings. The round design eliminates weak corners, leaving no structure for hogs to push against or break through. Bait is placed at the center, forcing the entire sounder to move fully inside. When the last animal enters, the system is triggered, the gate drops instantly, and the entire group is contained on the spot without spreading panic. The success of this method is not measured by how many animals are captured, but by the risks prevented before they occur. A safer neighborhood, families able to sleep through the night, and an environment kept under control. If you find this content useful, leave a comment and follow for more real-world solutions like this.
In just one night, a sounder of wild boars can turn an entire field into torn, plowed ground. Corn is pulled from the soil, grass is ripped apart, irrigation lines are damaged, and months of work can disappear within hours. This speed of destruction makes wild boar control a major challenge for agriculture. Especially as their numbers grow quickly, and they begin moving along fixed routes. Wild boars are extremely adaptable animals. They remember scents, sounds, and dangers they have encountered before. When one animal senses danger, the rest of the group quickly changes direction and becomes more cautious. Because of this, removing individuals one by one often brings only short-term results. Many wildlife programs now use a different strategy, controlling the entire sounder at once. Among modern approaches, large net traps are considered one of the most effective solutions. At first glance, the system looks simple, with a wide circle of netting around a bait site. But behind that simple design is a method built around the natural behavior of wild boars. Instead of forcing them into a trap, the net system allows the whole group to walk inside following their normal feeding habits. The setup begins with a careful survey of the terrain. Managers choose a flat area near the routes the boars often travel, usually along forest edges where the ground shows repeated tracks. Once the spot is selected, a central stake is driven into the soil. From that point, measuring lines mark the positions of the surrounding posts, forming a large circle around the bait area. Steel posts are driven deep into the ground to form a strong support frame. Each post is reinforced with anchors and tension straps to prevent movement when the boars push against the trap. Specialized netting is then attached and stretched around the structure. The net is both strong and flexible, helping absorb impact and reducing injury if the animals panic and run inside the enclosure.
Set. Loosen it, take it off of that.
Bait is placed in the center of the trap, often fermented corn or fruits familiar to wild boars. The scent spreads through the night air and draws the sounder back again and again. As the animals enter and leave the area without danger, their caution slowly fades. The net rests close to the ground like a small barrier, but once inside, its structure makes crawling back out extremely difficult. When one boar moves inside, others usually follow because of their herd instinct. Within a short time, the entire sounder can gather inside the enclosure. There is no sudden gate or loud mechanism to cause panic. The animals only realize the situation once they are already within the circle of netting. Once contained, some boars run around and push against the net. Instead of rebounding like they would against a rigid cage, the soft net bends with the impact and absorbs the force. This reduces the chance of serious injury and keeps the animals moving near the center of the enclosure. The next morning, wildlife managers return to the trap site. By then, the boars remain contained inside the net circle with no easy way out. After securing the area, each animal is carefully guided into reinforced transport units and moved according to wildlife management regulations. Controlling wild boars is not only about protecting crops, but also about maintaining ecological balance. When populations grow beyond what the land can support, they place pressure on native species and disturb forest soil. For this reason, science-based methods such as large-scale net trapping have become valuable tools for reducing damage. From fields torn apart overnight to forests dug up in search of food, the story of wild boars shows how nature depends on balance. When people understand animal behavior and apply the right methods, populations